Welcome everyone back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Code Geass R2 episodes 11 and 12. What happened last time?
Last time, crashed a wedding, stole the Empress, started a little bit of a coup going on in the Chinese government, and then now everyone is like in the
mausoleum.
Yeah,
of
the
88
mausoleum.
Emperors.
Then Britannia has now been invited onto the scene by the High Eunuchs.
Indeed. We'll see what happens this time. Leave a like and subscribe. Let's go. Check out Patreon to get a week ahead or more. I don't even know how many. I don't know how we're releasing this, but you can get a bunch of uncuts there. I wonder when we're gonna get the next OP.
Also, yeah, freaking lelouch back at the school.
She said that she's sorry, but she can't buy us any souvenir.
Thank you, Lulu.
You're welcome, Shirley.
Lelouch, got a minute?
I mean, I was thinking it was Rollo in disguise, but Rollo's like right there, so I guess not.
Aren't you getting a little carried away with all this?
Does it seem that way to you? I'm very sorry, Rollo.
You're acting way too nice to everyone.
But I'm supposed to keep his relationships harmonious. Those were Zero's exact orders.
Yes, and of course you're to follow his orders. Remember, he's very self-absorbed.
Yes, I see your point. After all,
I'm a woman who served both Lelouch and Zero.
Zero is in danger right now.
He's in a stalemate with the Chinese Federation.
That's a really good person because she actually knew him in real life, but like previously.
Our reinforcements aren't coming? What the? Calm down, Tamaki. We still have the Chinese Empress as a captive.
Damn it, Tamaki! Shut your goddamn mouth.
Oh.
full-scale bombardment.
Well, they thought that they wouldn't want to attack,
The
but
Chinese Federation intends
They
to
don't give a
obliterate
shit.
the mausoleum of 88 emperors and us along with it. As for the
well, now you're just trapped inside a giant rock.
I think you're really gonna like the next OP.
I'm excited for it.
They'd violate this sacred mausoleum for their petty ambitions. All forces.
They literally don't care.
Don't understand, do you, Shinkei? In short, it's a grave.
A good place to bury our current empress.
We've already arranged for a new empress to replace her. A puppet bride who would nicely match Prince Odysseus on their wedding photo.
Dare to say this? You're the one? Stand aside, Britannian. This concerns my country alone.
But those guys represent your country. International. Besides,
you captured the Guru, isn't that right?
I happen to have a bit of unfinished business with that nightmare and its pilot.
Oh shit, Suzaku.
They got her like completely locked down.
D2. In case we lose, have an escape route.
If you come up with a smart trick, I won't need one.
Stand aside. I am Kyoshiro Todo.
They've got the Lancelot and those next generation units.
What the fuck?
Surround her and fire!
You're sure.
No.
Useless.
You get inside her shield?
Oh no, I'm leading the dance at this party.
What?
You caught it.
A single shot from the Mordred Stark Hadron Cannon would demolish the mausoleum, wouldn't it?
Well, yes. And the moment we did that, they'd say we killed their empress. We have to let the High Eunuchs make that last mortal blow.
Ah. Well, we won't accept your surrender. It's too late now.
You insist on fighting, even though your own empress will die in the attack?
The Empress is merely a system. There are plenty of others to replace her.
Haha, I'm recording this and broadcasting it across the country as we speak.
We're Britannian noblemen now. That's what counts.
And what about the common people you swore to protect?
Zero, when you walk down the street, do you worry about stepping on the ants?
You throw away paper that clings to your bottom, don't you? It's the same thing.
You sell out your country, abandon your empress, betray your own people.
Jesus.
And all for what?
I never thought you were so naive, Zero. Indeed, masters and commoners.
Whoa, this animation's insane.
Noblemen, you're bureaucrat paper pushers who know nothing about noblesse oblige.
Please stop it! You have to stop all this fighting!
You can't go out there now.
I have to! Out of my way! I have to go after the Empress!
Oh my god.
But my wing!
Fucking
Let
Gino.
yourself get distracted.
This is wrong! All of it! All of it!
Do it now. Fire on the Empress.
Hang on, Shenhu. My life is yours. Take it if you must, but save the Empress! Run away, Your Majesty!
GK!
You finally made it outside of the city, but you haven't seen any of the world yet. I will defend you here!
But without you, it's no good! GK! It has to be you and I together! It has to be!
Your words are wasted on me, Your Majesty. I can't save you after all. For 6 years, everything I've done has been to fulfill my promise to you. Someone do it! I don't care who, but please, someone save her!
Very well. I understand.
Wish is granted.
Now he's granting the wishes.
This is new, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
What is it called? I think that's called the Akatsuki. They call the unit the Akatsuki too, though. Bunch of new cool robots.
Yeah.
I ask this of the Chinese Federation and the Britannia.
Just so
If you
casually
wanna
sitting
keep
in there.
fighting,
Legs
are you
crossed.
prepared for the consequences?
All units, wipe them out!
I gave you your chance. Let no one forget that.
What is that?
You know what that is?
Yes, we may have lost this one.
Using the Gwain system to generate that shield.
I can't believe it!
The
What
druid
kind of
system.
scientist
The Gwain
worked it
was that
out?
other
Yeah.
giant nightmare they stole.
Shinkido. Its absolute
Shinkido.
defense field is the strongest protective shield system in the world.
Because I guess because they're overlapping like that, it's not just like one solid.
Yeah, normally the shield's like spread out, but it's just like very concentrated things. It's like a prism.
Oh my god!
This could be a problem.
You think so?
Pathetic Shinkai. You were betrayed by your own countrymen, and you couldn't even save one little girl. Do you get it now? You need me. The only ally you can rely on.
I'll never be subordinate to you, Zero.
Subordinate? No. You have the potential to lead your entire nation. They need deliverance. Your emperor, all the helpless people of the Chinese Federation, they're crying out for you.
You think your nightmare can turn the tide of this battle?
Not at all. The tide of war is determined by strategy, not tactics.
Emergency alert!
I can relate to that.
Street riots.
Oh,
Not just Shanghai.
literally everywhere.
Rebellions breaking out simultaneously?
Yes, they're broadcasting a communication between Zero and the High Eunuchs.
Communication?
Yeah.
Why do you always call shit like this?
The Empress is merely a system. There are plenty of others to replace her.
And what about the common people you swore to protect? Thanks to the Empress, the High Eunuchs are now firmly cast as the villains.
You mean you planned on their betrayal?
He couldn't have caused this. It's happening too fast.
Unless he made use of someone else's plan already in place.
Correct. I stole another strategy of yours as well. We start a coup and the people rise up.
We're not trapped here without reinforcements!
We do have reinforcements. Starving masses of this land are the backup we needed!
Then we can take the offensive and strike!
The Black Knights are as I expected. No! What is this? So, that's what you did.
What's that?
Now's our chance! Anya, no! I'm moving in to cover the Mordred.
That was
It's getting
insane.
intense.
If we bomb them from the air, we'll destroy them.
No, we're withdrawing. Nations aren't dirt, and they're not systems. They're people. The High Eunuchs have lost the people's support. They're no longer qualified to join us as representatives of the Chinese Federation.
Yes.
Honorable Schneisel.
Schneisel has abandoned you. So much for your title.
Like how he comes out just to kill them personally.
And we get to watch it.
I can't say that they don't deserve it.
They definitely deserve it.
She was classified as a POW and transferred out.
What?
The High Eunuchs handed her over as a favor to the Knight of Seven.
To Suzaku?
So you're trying to take everything away from me, even Colin. But that's not going to happen. I promised that I'd come for her and I will. Nothing will stop me. Not even you.
I like that they have a tray of food.
I was just gonna say that. They have her bound up and tied, and they have a little tray with like banana bread.
She can't. It's not even like she can like.
Yeah,
like she
got her mouth covered, but she can't like take it off.
They just like put it there as a form of torture. They're just like, ha, here's some food.
That'd be funny if it was like something really,
it.
really extravagant. Well, it might be Cecile's food, so it would be torture to eat it as well, because apparently she is terrible at cooking.
Oh.
You remember when she put like blueberry jam?
Yeah.
Rice balls.
To meet in the Britannian homeland. Where is this
jelly
place? I thought we were going to meet in the Britannian homeland. And besides, this was my direct order of the Emperor.
Yes, in your attempt to recreate C2's power, you enhanced Lord Jeremiah. In light of your efforts, I felt we should call you in.
You should be pleased. It's a great honor for you.
I like how it was like an orange thing as well.
Is this all right for you?
Well, I was finally able to leave the Forbidden City. And now, this doesn't mean it's the end. It's...
I shall protect you in the future as well, until the very end of time.
It's so strange. I'm so happy. I'm so happy, and yet...
Zero. We need to let the world know that the Empress's betrothal to the Britannian prince is off. And the best way to do that is to have her marry someone from our side. A member of a Japanese family would be perfect.
That's tastelessly obvious, but a smart move all the same. We can have her marry Toto, even
like...
Tamaki would do.
Oh.
But you mustn't!
Lady Kaguya, this is a political maneuver. It isn't personal.
You're wrong! It is personal! It's a simple question of love! She has a point.
We're at war. Lives are at stake.
You're pushing it, buddy.
I am Zero, what's your decision?
Zero, don't you?
Well.
Oh my god.
I never thought C2 would object to this. I could easily use my Geass to make Shinkai and the others go along with it. So what's the problem?
Of course I'm worried about Colin too, you know, but I still need you to deal with my current position here. If the Black Knights don't pull together, we got problems, right? If things stay like this, I won't get any respect from the new guys.
Tamaki.
You get the picture because you're like my best buddy, aren't you?
Just a nuisance all the time.
Shirley, can I ask you something?
Damn it! Oh, every time you try to talk to this guy, he disappears.
The thing is, there's this couple that just has to split up, but I can't convince anyone else.
Do they want to split up?
No, it's a political issue. I mean, family politics. You know, their parents and all.
Then don't!
Don't what?
Don't break them up! Love is power. When you love someone that has incredible power, you think about them all day long. You feel you can fly, and that's only the beginning.
And I've always felt like... that is... What about you, Lulu?
She's right.
There was my sister that one time.
I was trying to recreate the whole world for Nunnally's sake. Passion has the power to change the whole entire world. That's the truth, isn't it, Shirley? I'm really glad I talked to you.
Really? Because passion's very...
You'll never change. Why do I waste my time?
Your Majesty! You decide your own fate.
Zero.
Oh, I knew you'd understand.
We need to...
The human heart is the source of all our power. That's why the people rose up against the High Eunuchs and the Black Knights fight like titans.
Yeah!
We fight with the power of our hearts.
Power of the heart. Is that it?
Zero.
I don't know what that means.
What kind of man dwells behind that mask?
The path ahead of us is arduous.
That's precisely why tomorrow belongs to us alone.
Very nice. Choose love, everybody.
Yeah.
Of course, that's right.
This isn't good. If she sees the panel before it closes, she'll know about the underground control center.
Are you hiding something there?
I can't let her see it. I've got to stop her.
Shirley.
Lulu...
We will find Colin.
I mean, it really fits in with their phone call that they just had, so I guess that's fine.
In any case, this gets us back on track so we can hit them at their deepest level.
The religious order?
The
It's
ones
a coat
that are
hanger.
trying to create warriors with the
It's really
Geass.
dramatic coat hanger.
How are you going to find it?
That's why I took over the Chinese Federation. The flow of goods, power supplies, communications. The order must leave traces of its existence.
You're using the power of the whole nation to find them?
As you said, it's a vast country. If you find any clues on the order, contact me.
Yes, I understand.
You just cleaned up after her.
Yeah. I guess that's what she was talking about before. Like she had said something like, "Oh, like before this and that." I can't fully remember exactly what she said, but yeah, she was like,
you know the way? Or,
yeah, she was like alluding to knowing something, and then was just like, "Oh, never
like
mind."
She knew where to. Like she knew the layout of the land.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Wait, what? Have you been here before?" She was like, "It's complicated."
Welcome home, brother.
It's good to see you, Rolo. Sayako, did you
Like how he has that pose going on.
I noted all the details in the designated files.
I like how she has the little like hat on still.
Yeah, under the wig.
I have to develop some effective. I told you not to behave like that. Shirley, are you okay?
What if they didn't kiss and she just stabbed her right there in the library?
About what happened with us yesterday?
Yesterday.
Morning, lelouch.
Why is she here?
It's Anya, the Knight of Six.
Hey, we've been waiting for you. You're the vice president, right? This is an honor.
So formal.
Oh, right. Anyway, we've both just enrolled here in Ashford.
And while we're here, we insist that our social status be ignored.
They said they wanted the experience of being ordinary students.
So I'm teaching them how to talk normal.
I am really looking forward to this. Old man.
Right.
Just when you like, I that's what I love about the show. Like every time you're like,
this is really serious
Yeah.
political maneuvering right now. I wonder what this will.
we're gonna go back to the school. Oh, but then like what's gonna go on with Shirley? Because even though that's not like super serious and political, that does affect his ability to, you know, blend into the school life and keep up appearances.
Yeah.
But then these guys just show up out of nowhere. Oh, hey, lelouch, we just enrolled in school here. What?
Yeah, it's a little insane.
Yeah, that's I love it. I love it.
That was great. Okay, is there anything more detailed you want to say about all the episodes, or is there any?
I like lelouch's new unit, as like with a good shield and stuff, and how it can shoot out that prism thing that then can just like
Yeah, that's so cool.
take down and run. That's really cool.
This whole arc had like
a bunch of
million new nightmare technologies. Like
Mhm.
it's just there's a bunch of new tech, a bunch of shit that nobody could have done before.
No one had this.
Yeah.
This didn't work. I see the battle's over now that he has that.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, oh well, we might have lost this one. It's like, how many like twists and turns and power ups and transformations and like
I feel like this whole show, but like especially this like little bit, is very like the chariot race in JoJo,
Kinda,
where
yeah.
it's just like, oh, you thought you had the
so many
advantage, but
switch-ups.
really it was
nothing is as extreme as,
No,
the
no.
last battle of JoJo Part 2.
But like it's that like constantly like, oh, just when you think one side has the advantage, the other one just like flips. Oh, I was just waiting for that exact moment. I'm gonna broadcast what you're saying to everyone. Now the people are on our side.
Yeah.
Oh well, they handed over the Colin to the Britannians. God damn it, Suzaku! What like it's just so.
That's what I was going to say. Is like these last 3 episodes were the most like anime of the whole show, I think, and I didn't realize it feels a lot more disconnected than I remember, and a lot more like with the shadow longsword and shit like that. It's like. It feels like there was some kind of change of hands with the writing staff or something, or they introduced some sort of element, or they changed direction in some small way in these last 3 episodes. Because it is kind of like an interim thing before now we're getting into like kind of back, like not that this was that much of a divergence,
Yeah.
but we went to another country and fought a battle in their place and had this whole coup d'etat. It's not filler, I wouldn't say that. There was a lot of big shit that happened, but it was kind of like a side thing that has a lot of huge implications for the story going forward, but it feels a little bit detached in some ways, and a little in presentation it feels a little bit different in some small subtle ways. I do really like it. I like that whole battle and how just extreme, like it has a lot less of the battles, especially in R1, were a lot like strategy, and like lelouch like saying unit here, go blah blah blah, and it's like now we're getting into like huge large scale, like okay, this is the formation of the entire battlefield. We're not commanding like little units of 5 people here or units of 5 people here and using the terrain to our advantage in these ways or that ways. It's like, here's my giant hadron cannon, beam struggle, shadow longsword, we're flying. He has the shield technique. We might have lost this one.
Oh, we have this. Yeah. And what I think also what's interesting about it is because they're in a different country, lelouch didn't have quite the upper hand that he normally would have.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, well, I drained some of the water, and it's like, oh, well, you didn't know that you were actually on what was it, old agricultural or old irrigation land. So it's like it floods super easily and stuff. So
I like that plot point as well because it does cement Shinkei as like this guy who is of the people. Like he's literally using the country to his advantage and his knowledge of the terrain to his advantage because he is one with the people, one with the country. He's fighting for the people. It's cool like that. And that the fact that this is like old shitty land caused like not being used and caused to like decay like this and be all shitty because of the high eunuchs mismanagement of resources and not caring about the people. This could be like, you know, it could be used for something, but instead we're just...
Yeah, I also love just the brutal slaughter of the high eunuchs as well.
Yeah, I like how they show it. He didn't just jump off and slash the camera and then cut away.
Yeah, just like...
Yeah.
Like, just fully
slicing them all in half.
Them.
Yeah, Shinkei's cool as hell.
Yeah, I really like him. Yeah, I love the strategy and this and that. And I also loved lelouch. I feel like he was really smart to not force the Empress into just another arranged marriage.
Yes.
Because they aren't trying to take over China. Like, Britannia was trying to, we'll marry the Empress and then we'll just do what we want. What they are, like, what they should be doing and what they are doing is, like, forming an alliance. And like letting them kind of do their own thing, but they'll be, you know, work together and be loyal to each other. And that's a lot stronger than just you controlling everything and then you just have way too many things to control. And then, you know, shitty people get in charge, like the high eunuchs, or like, you know, people things slip out of your control because people are being manipulated 24/7. Like if the Empress, you know, is in a situation that she doesn't like, and then you're just gonna have the same problem later when she or like people that are loyal to her specifically get power.
It's antithetical to the entire reason that they're all fighting. They're not, you know, they started this whole rebellion because they wanted to preserve their independence and their autonomy as people in their culture and not be pushed down by Britannia or by some sort of like opposed system of government or whatever. So to, you know, like follow that same logic down here when it was all about like, you know, she was just forced into a marriage and then you saved her from it just to do it again. It goes against their entire purpose, like pretty much like lelouch said.
And it's like, yeah, when you're talking about, you know, a political marriage, it's like, okay, well, or you could just let her marry who she wants or do whatever she wants and she'll be way more loyal to you than if you like force her to marry someone like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That it's your allied. You're forming an alliance based on literally nothing but a freaking piece of paper marriage contract.
Yeah.
With unwilling parties. So, yeah, I like that as well. And freaking Shirley.
Yeah, this is bad because she was already Geass, so if she keeps getting closer, like finds something out, there's nothing they can do. You know. It's bad.
That was the whole problem with her. Like in the first place. And then now
history is repeating itself.
Exactly.
What led her to finding everything out was because she was so obsessed with the lelouch because she loved him so much. So then eventually she just found it out because she was always watching him.
Exactly.
And if that's gonna start happening again,
and if she's already getting put like, he's like two different people all the time. Yeah.
Then what's, you know, she kind of fanned that flame because Sayako just isn't using her fucking brain. She could have just walked with her or just like turned around and talked to her about something.
What's that? Or like
just like she wasn't even walking in that direction. You just fucking kissed her because you had no idea what to do.
And you're like, I need to stop her from seeing this door. It's like, well, she's not actively looking for the door. Like,
yeah, and she'll stand and talk to lelouch for fucking hours. She wouldn't move if lelouch was
she's not gonna be like, lelouch, I'm gonna ignore you and go over here. You know?
Leave a like and subscribe. See you in the next one. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.